Hey, welcome back to Maria Homes channel today. So the January home sales in the GTA are down by 7.9% compared to January of last year. The average home selling price across all types of properties is up a little bit, 1.5% increase from the same period a year ago. So it's sitting at just over $1,040,000. And new listings are up, way up, a huge 48% compared to last year. So that's across homes and condos for sale. On average, across all types of properties, there are 3.2 months of inventory right now. So another way to look at this in our market is called the absorption rate, which is currently 31% across all home types. This is still considered a seller's market. So a general rule of thumb is an absorption rate that is greater than 20%, that's considered a seller's market. And if it's below 15%, it's associated with the buyer's market. So what this means is that about 31% of homes for sale right now are being sold in the month of January. Now for condos, it's a very different story. There's about 6 months of inventory for condos, and the absorption rate is at 15%, which is definitely a buyer's market for condos. And what that means is that buyers, they have a lot more choice in resale, new build condos, and assignment sales. They have a lot to choose from. There's a lot more room to negotiate the price and the terms in favor of the buyer. What's really performing best right now in our market is the absorption rate is the highest for semi-detached and freehold townhouses. That's the most popular in-demand properties right now in Mississauga, in Toronto, across the GTA. And the sweet spot in our areas is freehold, town or semi, and around $1 million or just under $1 million with no condo maintenance fee. Here in Mississauga, the average price for freehold townhomes right now is $990,000. For semi, it's $1,047,000. That's about $60,000 of a jump to a semi. And this is where the big group of home buyers, first-time buyers, and move-up buyers, they're trading up from a condo to a townhouse or a semi. I'll give you an example. Just last week, we sold our client's freehold townhouse in central Mississauga. We priced it at $999,000 and we got 6 offers. In 5 days, we sold above the asking price. The majority of the buyers who came in for this home were first-time buyers. And the buyers had to increase their price and improve their finance condition in order to compete for our client's house. And then the very next day, we put an offer on a condo for our client who they fell in love with this, and it's in North York in the city of Toronto. That condo has been sitting there for more than 4 months. We got it below the asking price and $80,000 below the 2 neighboring units that sold just a few months ago. So our clients did extremely well. At the start of this new year, they sold higher than they expected in less than a week, and then they bought at a lower price. And that's just such a sweet, like win-win outcome for them, right? It's really rare to see. They're super happy. And that's because they went from a freehold house to a condo. I think the tricky segment in our market right now is people who are moving up from a condo to a townhouse or a house. Because the average days on the market for a condo is 48 days in Mississauga, 43 days in Toronto. So my advice is to sell the condo first before buying a new home. You've got to price it extremely competitively, make it present immaculately, and then be very patient. I think the sweet spot in the market right now is for people who are moving up from a townhouse or a semi to a detached house. There's a lot of demand right now for freehold townhouse or a semi. So they're going to sell the quickest in our market. So if your townhouse or your semi is well maintained or is upgraded and is priced well, you may even get multiple offers, like a bit of a bidding like our client got with 6 offers last week. And if you're moving to a detached house, there's a lot of supply and a lot of listings to choose from. There's right now more than 4 months of inventory of detached listings in the Greater Toronto area. The average selling price is also lower than 2 years ago in 2023. And there are a lot longer days on the market. And that's because, as I mentioned earlier, there's a huge increase of number of listings. So supply is way up. During the peak years, detached supply was maybe a month. Now there's more than 4 months of listings. So buyers have more time to shop around, they can do their due diligence and negotiate. So a large portion of our market activity right now is made up of people moving up to a larger house. They have already gained equity in their current property. And then with lower interest rates right now, it's a golden opportunity for many move-up buyers. And this is also why we're seeing a huge increase in home sales in the luxury segment of houses, believe it or not, like $2.5, $3 million houses and up. And you can watch my other video, Luxury Home Sales Are Up, and check it out. So this week's Toronto Real Estate Board Market Outlook report came out and shows that a well-supplied housing market is going to keep the average home selling price only to increase moderately in the GTA around the rate of inflation over the course of this year. And what they're forecasting is the average selling price might reach 1.147. That's a 2.6% increase from a year ago. And that's across all, different properties. So that's about $100,000 of a price increase on average. And what's going to perform more stronger is family, single, detached homes. And the report also forecasts that home sales are going to increase this year by 12.5% approximately to about 76,000 home sales in this coming year. And the main reason is lower interest rates combined with more supply of homes for sale. That's going to improve affordability, may prompt many more buyers to move off of the sidelines. We're definitely seeing there's a lot, of pent-up demand in the past 2 years. People who put on, their plans to move, and it was mainly because of rising interest rates. So for sure, I think this year, more people will come off the sidelines. More home buyers are going to take advantage of lower borrowing costs as we move toward the spring market. We should anticipate to see more home sales transactions and a moderate uptick in average selling prices. There could be, another 2 or 3 small interest cuts from now until the summer, and we may see the overnight central bank rate go down to 2.5 or even 2.25 from today's 3%. Now, the positive impact of lower mortgage rates, however, could be a bit dampened and reduced temporarily at the least, by uncertainty, right? Negative impact of the news of U.S. tariffs and how's that going to affect our economy and consumer confidence. It's the first time in our history. So we don't have a lot of learnings, we don't have a lot of insights on how this is really going to play out in the next few months. So I did do some research on this, and then just stay tuned and watch my next video on US tariffs and how it may affect the GTA real estate market. Okay, so thank you so much for watching today, and I look forward to connecting with you. Please drop me any questions, any comments below, and I will personally respond to every one of you. Thank you again.